Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a moment where Jungkook was asked to leave on BTS's Bon Voyage series. I think you'll find this one to be interesting. We always have interesting moments from these episodes, little golden nuggets if you go back and look, even some of the much older ones. I'm glad with these series you're able to kind of peer into their life and really get to know them and see the moments that they go through. We also have some unedited, unphotoshopped pictures of V's face. I definitely wanted to get into some of those pictures and some of my thoughts on that. So let's get into the tea, shall we? If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, I'd like to be the first to leave your hate comment, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now, let's jump into it. First off, little side note. Did you guys hear about the Grammy nominations? It seems like BTS might not be nominated. It's so interesting because even people from previous nominations have had a fraction of the sales, album sales, whatever, as what BTS has. Yet those people were nominated. And it's not like 2020 was going to be this heavy competition year where everyone was going to have amazing numbers. Surely BTS was still the top performing artist of this year. I think they definitely could have gotten a place in the Grammys. But at the end of the day, they chose not to nominate them. I don't know what the deal is. But you know what? I don't care anymore. BTS don't need no Grammys, to be honest. They're doing fine without that. But the full results haven't actually come in yet, so there's still a chance for BTS to get a Grammy nomination. I believe you'll have to look into this yourself a little bit more. I think around 2021 in January, that's when the official ceremony starts, so I think we still have time. But anyway, I just want to give a heads up on that. You guys can look into that and find out more information on yourself, and of course, vote and get BTS where they need to be. But anyway, let's get into what you are here for, the title tay, if you will. We're gonna start by talking about our Jungkook, Cookie Baby. I think you'll really like this. I personally found this to be quite funny, but let me give you some backstory so you know what's going on. BTS has these kind of reality shows, little documentaries, if you will. They have quite a bit of these, whether that's kind of like a TV show where they put out every week, or if it's one of these like docu-series, documentary type of things, where it's like a freaking movie, and you need to play it on your TV to fully enjoy it, and those type of masterpieces, if you will. But they have two particular shows that spill a lot of tea that are very interesting. One called BTS Run. Basically, this is BTS doing anything. Playing games, cooking, all that fun stuff that we normally do, it's usually put on BTS Run. Sometimes it's them playing cards, stuff that you would like to see them do, I guess, in variety shows. They'll go ahead and do it in their own show. And they actually don't make that many talk show or variety show appearances. So this way, ARMYs don't get to miss out on some of the fun things they could do if they did go to those variety shows. It's literally so smart with Big Hit. Like the fact that they do this, news sites don't have the opportunity to have BTS kind of come on and cook or play games or whatever and be able to make money off of BTS. Instead, they put it on their own show so that BTS can make money off themselves. I don't know if that's intentional and that's their point in why they created BTS Run, but that's just my thoughts, my theories. They have this other show called Bon Voyage, which is kind of their life on the road. So you get to see everything they do while they travel. And if you happen to be traveling at the same place that they're traveling while you're watching the show, then it's like you're traveling together. And of course, when you get to see their life as they travel, this includes cooking as well. So there is some overlap. And this is going to be the show that we are talking about today. Now, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, basically the maknae line, they always show such amazing affection and love towards each other. I mean, what's there not to love, right? I love Taekook personally. These boys always hug each other. They hug each other when they sleep too. They basically have very good chemistry. You can't buy this type of chemistry. So it was definitely funny in a recent Bon Voyage episode where all three of them, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, was in the kitchen. They was cooking. Jungkook saw Jimin over there cutting up some cucumbers. You know, being a zaddy, preparing the food. Personally, he can come and prepare me food any day. But Jimin and Jungkook, they have an interesting relationship. It's mostly bickering and banter, at least from my perspective. It's very cute. They've been this way for a while, by the way. I think it's the charm, and this is why people ship them together. But Jungkook was lightly kind of interrogating, kind of questioning why Jimin was cutting the cucumbers the way Jimin was cutting said cucumbers. But let's be real here. None of the maknae line is probably going to know how to cook well. They're singers, they're not professional chefs. They also joined BTS very young and probably never had to actually cook before. So yes, my baby Jimin is probably cutting cucumbers wrong and very strangely. But is that a deal breaker for me? Absolutely not. We can order takeouts. I can special order cucumbers in all the shapes that I want. This is what I'll do for you, Jimin. But Jungkook kept bothering Jimin and questioning Jimin about his cucumber cutting skills until V decided to kind of step in and save the situation. Well, more like stop the madness. V stepped into the middle of Jungkook and Jimin, turned to Jungkook and then said, "Go away." My heart literally sunk. You can't tell your baby to go away. He deserves to be on top of you, not away and not on top of you. Don't worry, my baby cookie. You can come here and I will forever love you and never tell you to go away. But now I know V probably prefers his cucumbers cut a certain way, the certain way that Jimin likes to cut his cucumbers. So I'll take a lesson or two from Jimin and then I'll be the perfect lover for V. But now, if you were wondering if Jungkook was offended by this, he was not offended at all. He had a good laugh, he smiled, and I would too. V and Jungkook's relationship is very obviously kind of this jokey kind of banter thing. They're very close and he would not be offended by something like that, as of course either of them know that they're both joking. Jungkook did end up going ahead and leaving the shot. V and Jimin started shaking hands and they said, I got rid of the intruder. The intruder being Jungkook. But I mean, my baby can intrude my house any day. You can tie me up, I'll be your hostage. And yes, if you're curious, I can make anything dirty. So you can't get away from that. But you know what you signed up for, okay, when you clicked on this video. This isn't new. I definitely wanted to see if anyone on Twitter had anything to say about this, what their feelings were. One person tweeted this. Jungkook walked up to Vmin while they were in the middle of role-playing, cooking, and kept asking them questions. So Taeyang asked him to go away and then told Jimin he got rid of the intruder. Crying face emoji. Perhaps V and Jimin just wanted some alone time together. But why you gotta exclude Cookie like that? Everyone needs a sweet cookie in his life. That's so sad, okay? Poor Cookie, he just wanted attention. I know the feeling, I always want attention. I want people to pay attention to me, so I start banging pans together. I don't recommend it, the pan banging, because usually then your partner will want to leave you. Then I'll have to go on the street and bang it in front of strangers because I still want the attention, you know? And then I'll probably go to jail. Think of the attention I'd get in jail. I definitely found this moment to be quite funny and great. V can be kind of a little rough around the edges sometimes, just with his words and telling Cookie to leave and whatnot. But what isn't rough at all is the revealed kind of photos of V. And this is V without Photoshop or unedited. So I don't actually know if his selfies are actually Photoshopped at all. I don't think that they are. But there's likely retouching going on when he's doing concept photos or more like professional photos, just because that's what all photographers do. But I don't ever think it's to the extent where you wouldn't recognize him, because then what's the point? I think if you saw him in real life, you would still recognize him, even if all you saw were professional photos. I don't know for sure, but it's just my guess. It's probably light skin retouching or maybe special effects and things like that that they add to the photos. But nothing to the extent where they're like making his features smaller or bigger or anything like that. But there are some photos that have come out with V and no editing at all. There was a moment here where he was kind of caught on camera. The camera panned to him and got his face. It was so sudden. I don't believe there was any way for this picture to be edited, and then it was posted online. Even his almost caught off guard type of face still looks amazing. Like, I swear, if you catch me off guard, you're gonna have to catch these hands if you don't delete that photo, because that picture ain't gonna look good. But he still looks good. Like, do normal people sit there with kind of a nice looking face and have their mouth shut and look awake and friendly? I have pretty bad face. Like, it pretty much looks like this. So if you catch me off guard, that's the picture you're getting. My mouth is open, it don't look good. My pictures would just look awful. We also have this one here. First off, I love the color palette. I think he was supposed to be posing for another camera, and then another camera kind of caught this profile view of him. And what a beautiful side profile. His nose is literally perfect. How have I never noticed a perfect nose? Do people get plastic surgery to have his nose? And his profile looks like the ideal profile. Like, if you were to draw a perfect profile, it looks like it would be this. Yes, okay, I'm a simp for Taeyang. Alright, we don't need to say it, I already know. I also saw this, which is just the best photo I've ever seen. Look at his skin. That's the first thing I saw, his skin. I mean, his skin is so creamy and soft looking. Like, whatever you're using, I will use it too. But the fact that his skin looks so good, not dry, it doesn't really look like he's wearing any makeup, I just can't relate. Like, when I lie down, my eyes are like super puffy. Sometimes, or most of the time, my face is like super red. I literally have to ice my face down a little bit so it doesn't look as red. It's called rosacea. For me, it's just not as attractive. For him, it's effortless. I bet he actually does kind of look poreless in person. Meanwhile, I have the biggest pores on earth. And you'll see it's not as great as it appears here. But Taeyang always has good skin. It's just not humanly possible to compete. Save some ladies and men for the rest of us. I definitely wanted to see what some people were saying about this. What their thoughts on how he looks like without Photoshop or editing. One person on the Twitter, they wrote this. So manly. I like Taeyang in this photo. No Photoshop, no makeup. He is so fantastic. Now, this is another photo that I definitely did see going around. It's a lot more closer and kind of higher quality. So you can see kind of he has normal skin texture, but it still looks flawless. Like, I don't know any normal person who even has skin like this. It still looks super glowy. He's just a little bit tired, and aren't we all a little bit tired? I aspire to be able to afford the products that he uses so I can achieve that type of look. By the way, is there any K-pop idol with just huge pores? No, I don't think there is. So you need to tell me what your secret is, because there's no way you're all born with just tiny pores. Or is it just that if you have big pores, you can't debut? Like, someone tell me the secret. I need to know. There was this other Twitter user that I wanted to share. They wrote this. These pics of Taeyang show how he really looks from up close. No Photoshop, no HD, no whitewash, no editing. You can just see his raw beauty, his sharp yet soft features, his golden melanin, and his well-built physique. The man has absolutely no flaws. He is a walking perfection. Even in this concert photo, he looks great. It all goes to show that he does not need Photoshop at all. Our boy is immune to the Photoshop. He don't need to have it. Let me know what you think about this, and let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for your comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon. If you want to go over to my Patreon and kind of check that out, contribute back to this channel, anything you can contribute over there really does help kind of keep the channel going and make better videos on here, all that stuff. I really do appreciate if you go ahead and check that out. You can also get exclusive content over there, such as music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Please check it out. There's also 2 videos that will pop up at the end of the screen on this video, so make sure you click on one of those videos, and I will see you over there. Bye.